Yeah, it was too sweaty to put on the Hawaiian shirt.
That should be more comfortable.
Yeah, I was just the bike
Didn't
ride. I
want.
was grilling or griddling dinner and taking the dog for a walk, and then I can't stop sweating,
Hmm.
even after showering, like OJ.
I just cut the grass today. That's all that I did.
Oh no, I don't cut my grass anymore.
That's a awful hot day to be cutting grass.
Yeah,
Well, it's gonna rain. It rained yesterday, and it's gonna rain Friday, Saturday. So my hands are kind of
is it
tied.
really?
Is it? No, I didn't hear
It's
that.
damn it.
That's what my app says.
Ugh. Maybe I should have cut my grass today.
Mine got cut yesterday, a half hour before it started raining.
Oh,
There
It
was
was
a guy.
perfect.
There was a crew down the street when I went out to look at the storm. There was a crew down the street packing up, and they were getting drenched. It was hilarious. It's like, don't you guys have a smartphone?
yeah, it
Yeah,
came down like crazy. I was at the office when it hit, and man, you could hear it just pounding on the roof. It
yeah.
was crazy, and it was so dark. I don't recall. It hasn't been that dark since the hailstorm here at the house.
A couple of weeks ago or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
It didn't wasn't that bad where we are, right, Nick?
Well, yeah, I agree. It was a heavy rain, but I didn't see any damage, and the backyard only had a few twigs in it instead of
Yeah,
dozens and dozens of twigs in it and branches and limbs. So I think the storm before was worse.
yeah. I mean, it kind of missed us. I thought the next wave would get us.
And it sounded like hail. Why am I so yellow all of a sudden? It sounded like hail, but I did
Are,
not see any
are
hail.
you in a Middle East country or
Yeah,
something?
I teleported to Mexico.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. There we
Oh
go.
yeah, look at
I'm
that.
back again.
Wow, what
I'm
happened?
back again. I don't know, my camera's screwy. My
Wow,
built-in my built-in camera that I have no control over is screwy.
that's weird.
That is weird. That was weird. Like a filter all of a
Yep.
sudden.
He looked like all the Jack Ryan shows.
I still
They're
have
all
yet
fright
to
pickup.
watch the last two seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just finished the final one just
So far
this
behind.
weekend.
I finished Mrs. Maisel though. I'm sure you guys are thrilled. I actually
I
watched the
never
last
made
two.
it through the whole maybe the first season and then never more.
Yeah, it
I
took
never
me.
made it to one.
Well, it's not a Mike show, but I really liked it. I
It's
thought it
not.
was great. I really enjoyed it. But it did take an awful lot of convincing myself to get back into it or not even to get back into it. Now I'm in Mexico again. To just remind myself to use Prime Video.
That looks so weird.
Yes, his shiny, sweaty forehead.
Yeah.
It's yellow. It does. It looks just like the filter they use.
Now it's too blue, but I'm using I took
Yes.
the I can control the
Now it's blue
color temp color
like the new
temperature.
Justified.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen that either.
because it's Detroit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's Detroit, so it's a
That's the
blue.
northern filter. We look exactly
Apparently.
like New York, apparently, because that's the filter that they always put on like Castle and all the shows that take place in New York. They're all overly blue.
See,
Yeah.
Yet they still have palm trees in the background. Go figure.
No, Justified was at Chicago, so at least it's close.
what? Justified was supposed to be. You mean they actually filmed in
Filmed it.
Chicago?
They
Yeah,
actually
filmed
filmed
in
in
Chicago.
Chicago,
Okay.
and they
They
did
wouldn't dare.
exteriors and maybe a few things here in Detroit, but
They probably sent one guy with one camera to shoot exteriors.
with his phone, yeah.
Right.
Probably.
Or hey Herman, didn't you go to Detroit last year with the family? Big vacation. Like,
Yeah,
send us your footage.
if you look closely, the same woman is in every exterior shot, and she's married to the guy with the camera.
They showed the stupid
And
tigers
she's always
at
carrying a
Comerica.
souvenir.
They showed the stupid tigers at Comerica Park. You know, the gaudy tigers. It looks just
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
paste. It's very gaudy. And but then I guess if you're doing a show, that's where the tigers play.
Yeah.
There's tigers outside.
Did you see this latest episode? They spelled Gross Point wrong.
Did
Oh
they?
yeah,
I
Yeah,
didn't notice.
isn't the point spelled with an E?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
was it no
they
E?
forgot about that. Yeah.
Before here we actually someone sucked us into a TV talk. Well, we might as well get started.
So what are you drinking?
Should we first do this? Let me do this. I
Well,
looked
do you
at
want to
the
kick off the
dates.
show first? It's up to you.
I can't delay this any longer. The year is 2023. It's the 27th of July, and you're wasting away on the North Coast with Amigo Schmo.
Mike.
And a Mickey.
Maybe I won't be Amigo, more like Scotty Schmo or something. So I got it's
Toreador.
international. What is it? National, international, whatever Scotch Day. So I haven't opened this yet.
Oh, brand new bottle crack. All
It's
right.
a 16-year. My eyes might have been bigger in my stomach. I think that I shouldn't go over 12, but I got this at in the UK the last time I was there.
Nice. You
Yeah,
got me
yeah.
beat then. 16 years. Jeez.
I've never, yeah. I have a feeling, like I said, I'm not good enough for this. Probably, I'm not gonna. It's probably gonna take. Yeah, the 12 years probably gonna taste better to me. From what I've learned, I haven't yet cleansed, my palate for this. It's really gonna taste chemically. I'm really selling it, aren't I?
Or I don't know. Maybe you're setting yourself up for a pleasant surprise. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to lower the bar. No cigars. All right. And what do you guys have?
I also have a scotch. I don't have the box with me. It's the room. Inchmoen, whatever. It's only a 12-year though. Sorry, Schmo.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not bragging, but I just saw it. It was a good price for 16 years, so I got it.
Yeah, I just looked up. I did have. I wondered what the stuff was that I had at Amber's dad gave me. Glenmorangie 18-year.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so I had that. He had it at his house. He hadn't opened it. I was there for my birthday, right? So he opened it up and tried it. It's pretty damn good. I was really impressed.
I don't mind Glenmorangie, and
yeah.
I don't think I've had 18. Where were you looking at? Do you have a database of what you've?
Well, it's a picture because I took a picture.
Picture.
I sent it to the
I
kids.
thought you were referring to a spreadsheet. All the liquors I've had.
No. I took a picture of it and sent it to the kids to show
okay.
off. Essentially, I'm having an 18-year scotch.
Yeah. Well, so you beat me there. This is 16, and
this is just a lame 12 here, but this is also directly from there. So
what year of scotch do you have, Mick?
I didn't get scotch.
Yeah.
I planned on getting Landshark, going back to Landshark, and they only had 12 packs at the party store, and I didn't have enough money. So, for the time being, I'm drinking Leinenkugel, Summer Shandy. Too much glare.
I thought he was going to go for Bud Light. Just get something cheap.
No.
Yeah, Bud Light. Got to support Bud Light. All right. Well, happy National Scotch Day, or International.
I should know a Scottish toast, but I don't, and I don't want to try.
You can really taste the peat.
That's not bad. I can drink this, but you know what?
I can taste the lemon.
This has what do you call it? Like an aftertaste, like some taste that gets you at the end. After you swallow it.
Aftertaste.
Yeah,
finish.
Yeah, like
that's the finish.
The finish is different than I noticed before. I don't know what it is, but
yeah. No, this doesn't.
Sweet.
This doesn't have much of a finish. It starts off sweet.
In the summer, I usually drink scotch during the post-Christmas, pre-spring time. I guess people call that winter.
Also referred to as winter. Post-Christmas, pre-spring.
And that's when I'll have some Scotch while I'm watching basketball. Just a thing.
The only time I typically will have Scotch is like if we just happen to say, I wonder what Scotch would taste like up against this bourbon that we've been drinking like almost every get together with the kids, and then we'll dust off the Scotch and try it next to a bourbon.
Yeah. What is it like? I mean, it's got to be
That's a
more
lot
like
different.
chemically. It's a
Yeah,
lot different.
yeah. Like I said, you can really taste the peat, and it's not as sweet for sure, and the finish doesn't linger. It's gone pretty. It's
Yeah.
very earthy. It's okay. I mean, I don't know.
Well, it's got this eagle, but it seems to be entwined in vines or something.
All right, I got to get my damn box. We have to compare
looks like it has
boxes.
scales like a fish. It's an eagle
And then-
fish.
There we go. It's an official
Oh, yeah.
from the Open. It's the official spirit of the Open.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's peated. It's a island collection.
Huh. I have the smoky and bold spirit of the bear 12 year. Intense aromatic smokiness from the unique treeless peat. Now that's what I have
There you go.
in my bar over here. That's not what I'm drinking now. Then there's a loyalty of the Wolf 14-year-old, that's matured slowly in sherry, seasoned American oak, and ex-bourbon casks.
Yeah,
I don't
you know
have
what?
the 14.
This has that too. This has 12 years in a mix of recharred American oak and refilled American oak casks. All right.
Yeah, this has got ex-bourbon cask. And now the 16-year-old that I have is Wings of the Eagle, 16-year-old, matured in hand-picked sherry seasoned oak casks for layers of flavor with the OUR. And then
Of course.
the 18-year-old, which I will never, the Viking Pride Travel Edition, bottled at 46% ABV, mirroring strength for a fuller flavor. What's ABV mean? Alcohol by volume.
Yep.
46%.
Yeah. So this is too exactly. This must be a thing. 46% must be
Holy cow!
requirement.
This sounds
or
like
something.
Mickey wrote it. Our Viking ancestors' legends tell of the mighty eagle sitting at the top of the sacred ash tree, Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil. It represents wisdom and knowledge, and the beating of its wings creates the winds that sweep across Earth. And it was bottled at Orkney.
Wow, I don't have that kind of literature on my box here.
It's a single malt with Viking soul.
Nice.
There is much to be told. An eagle sits at the top of the ash, and it has the knowledge of many things. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not Elmer Leonard.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's good. I don't know if I'll seek it out on a regular basis, but tonight it's good.
All right. Well, anyway, what else is going on? What's going on in the lands of? I'm sure Jimmy has sampled a scotch or two. Actually,
I do not
how
have
is
that
Jimmy?
information?
Do we have any news on his health?
Not really. He's been around. He's made 2 appearances at the beginning of July, but I haven't heard anything from him since then.
He looked more gaunt and
Yeah, he
definitely.
looks really thin, but
Yeah.
he made a surprise appearance at a McAnally concert on July 2nd, Sunday, July 2nd. Mac was doing 5 o'clock somewhere, and when he got to the Jimmy Buffett part, Jimmy walked out on stage to the delight of everybody who was there.
That's cool.
And the next Sunday, and he not only did the 5 O'Clock Summer Part, but he stuck around for a couple more songs. I believe it was only a couple. I don't think he like took over the show. The next Sunday, July 9th, he appeared at WLNG Radio, which was a local radio station for him. And he did an interview about the new album. And he also sneak peeked one of the songs from the album. It's a song called "My Gummy Just Kicked In," and he told the story of the writing of that. It's a song that, well, maybe I should just play the clip. I have a couple clips from the radio interview. It was released on video, but it was just like streaming webcam behind one of the DJ's heads, or the head of one of the DJs. Not to imply that she has multiple heads.
More than one head.
And so I'm not going to bother doing any clips. And besides the audio that I did some edits in to make it faster and or make it briefer. And here's the first clip about writing some of the songs.
Yeah, we've been working on this album probably for about a year or so, and you start up and you get some songs going, and then I have such great collaborating partners, and Mac McAnally is a songwriter, and then so we were just kind of we were kind of going at it, and then I got sick and I had to stay in the hospital for 10 days, and I thought, man, okay, I got to use this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought, well, I'm here. I can't get out of here, and for a while. And I thought, when you're writing like that in an album, you're kind of just getting kind of pinches of time, because there's a lot going on. You got to go. I got to get a little time to write.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked around. Well, I got to be here for 10 days. Oh, and
This is it.
I'm gonna take advantage of this. So I had my little hospital bed. Then my daughter came in, got some furniture, got me a flat screen TV, and I went, okay, this is like my office. And all those ideas, I had time to do it. I had 12 hours, 14 hours a day, and I wrote my ass off in there.
Yeah.
And that's how the beginnings of the album came together, putting songs together, because you had that much time.
Wow.
And then I got okay, and then they let me out, and then I went back to Mac. I went, look what I did while I was sick.
Right.
Exactly.
So hopefully you heard that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a little clip about him writing multiple songs while in the hospital. And here's a story behind maybe it's the new single to the new album. The story behind "My Gummy Just Kicked In."
We're still working on songs and things like that. So this was one night. We had friends over for dinner at the house, and this is a beautiful night, looking at a shelter island where we always eat. And we had friends over, and a couple of them were Nancy and Paul McCartney, and so they're old friends, and we were just going to dinner, and so we went to sit down, and Nancy was my dinner partner, and Paul was down next to Jane at the other end of the table with like 20 people on it. And when Nancy went to sit down, she kind of stumbled a little bit. And I said, "Whoa, are you okay? You okay?" I thought maybe we got dogs running under there.
Yeah.
And she said, No, I'm okay. My gummy just kicked in.
Oh.
Oh.
There you go.
There it is.
There you go. And then I said,
Oh my God, I love this.
Can I have that line? And then from down at the end of the table, I heard, whoa, Jim, what's going on up there?
Paul.
It was Paul. I said, stay down there. I said,
Yeah.
Exactly.
this is your wife and I working on this thing.
We're writing a song here.
That is cool. That's a cool
Kind
story.
of funny that Jimmy's Liverpool accent sounds Jamaican. And Jimmy also went on to talk about how he sent the song to Paul McCartney to listen to, and with the idea that Paul might contribute to it. And it was reported that I think it was Nancy heard him singing the song to himself. So Jimmy was just floored when he heard that. It's like, how much better approval can you get that Paul McCartney likes your song? And after a few more months, Paul called up and said, "Hey, I'd like to contribute to the song." And so Paul plays bass on it.
Oh wow. I didn't realize
cool.
that is cool.
Yeah, that was announced early on, I believe, that Paul McCartney was a guest on it. And now I know the story behind it.
Yeah. I guess I didn't pay attention. Or
Yep,
it
I
doesn't
hadn't
sound,
either.
oh, he's a contributor. Okay, but then the story is much better.
Mm-hmm.
That,
Yeah, I didn't know that the title or the inspiration of the song came from Paul McCartney's wife.
Right.
I just knew that Paul
Did she get a writing credit, you think? We won't.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Just like his dentist.
Yeah.
They brought him.
bet
No,
she
it's his
did.
chiropractor. They brought him up in the interview.
This dentist.
But they brought it up. I think it was before the interview when they were just talking, because the webcam was picking up stuff in between, during the commercials and during the songs and stuff. And they brought up the chiropractor because they know the chiropractor because he's the local chiropractor. And they were talking about how, oh, he's such a nice guy, and Buffett wrote a song with him, or he suggested a song that became
and he can
a collaboration.
Share. He's in a position where he can share. And I just chose a doctor that's not a medical doctor. I got
that kind of is Buffett news. It's those two things: the surprise concert and the WLNG radio station interview. Have you guys been checking out the new Margaritaville podcast? The new rebranded Margaritaville podcast?
No, but I downloaded some and I haven't listened to them.
Oh.
They must have got buried in my list.
It's now called License to Chill, and it's produced by SiriusXM, so it's kind of more official than the Margaritaville podcast, although Margaritaville podcast had the blessing of Jimmy Buffett because it was produced by an employee of the Buffett empire, Buffett organization. And but anyway, they interviewed Bret Michaels like a month ago, and they were talking about Bret Michaels duetting with Buffett on Margaritaville at a concert. And that concert happened to be the 2010 Pine Knob show. And I'd kind of forgotten all about that. And then I looked for it on YouTube. Bret Michaels said the video's on YouTube, and I went to look at the video, and it's pro shot like Margaritaville. Wow, that was a cool sound effect. Does that mean someone's joined the chat?
Wow.
Man, where was I?
See, you get thrown off from Lucky.
I saw the video, and it's a Margaritaville TV type thing, but I don't have. I never got my own copy of the 2010 video, and according to the archive of Margaritaville TV videos, there is no 2010 show available. So it ticks me off that it's a concert that I saw. I want a whole copy of it, but I only have a copy of that one Margaritaville duet. And for some reason, the video is plain 16:9 like you'd expect, but the video is squashed. But it still fills up the 16:9 frame. So it's like, what caused that? Why does it look like that? But anyway, that's the only way to see it is that one video. Now one clip.
They played it, and I heard this. So I don't know if it was like the whole concert, and I just happened to catch it, like just in time where that song came on. And I remember, it's that must have been it. I must have saw it on the screen that it was Pine Knob. And then I heard the whole Bret Michaels thing, and he didn't do a really good job.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. No.
I mean, at the concert, it was cool, but was this 2010? Did you say?
Yeah, it's 2010. Perfect. According to my research, it's 2010.
And
this is also
that back.
This is also Mike's and my front row concert.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Wow. You'd think I'd have a better memory of it then.
Well, actually, they were so far away because we were looking directly at Michael Utley and John Lovell. But Bret Michaels and Buffett were way off in the center of the stage. We're off to the side, but it's still the front row concert.
Mississippi beauty. How it got here, I haven't a clue. Wasting away in Margarita. Oh, huge one, come on!
Yeah, Bret Michaels solo was here, and the
Okay.
tour was called Party Gras, which I thought was a pretty damn good name for a tour.
It is.
Right after that, well, not like immediately after, but the show, or the 2 episodes ago on the Licensed to Chill podcast, they did an interview with Mike Utley, and I was thinking, oh, this would be cool for clips. But the whole show was so quotable, I couldn't decide what to clip out of it. So my recommendation is go check out the Mike Utley interview because it's great.
On that podcast?
Yeah, License to Chill, the License to Chill
I
podcast.
just downloaded that one. I download them so I can listen to them.
Not watch or not listen to them later.
What's that? Yeah.
You download them so you
I
can not
wasn't
listen to
following
them.
License to Chill. I was not following that one.
Yeah, Margaritaville podcast is no more. It's now been rebranded and taken over, and it's called License to Chill, but it's the official Jimmy Buffett podcast.
Yeah, look at
A
this.
co-production of Radio Margaritaville and Sirius XM. But the Mike Utley interview was great. He's got so many stories from his own past, and then he's got stories of touring with Jimmy. It's just great. At the whole hour or so, however long it is, was just great. I could
Yeah,
not.
44
If I was
minutes
going to make a clip of it, it would be the whole 44 minutes.
Cool. All right. I'll listen to it.
So that's it. That's it as far as my Buffett stuff goes. That's all I wanted to talk about. Oh, I do want to mention my shirt, which is my least favorite of my Hawaiian shirts. I got it on Amazon, and I thought it was so cool because it has parrots on it, but they're below the camera. But and I wore it. I was so proud to wear it to the concert immediately following, and then they're like 3 or 4 other guys with the same shirt that I had. So now I can never wear this shirt ever again.
It's a cool looking shirt. It's a scene. I like the whole scene.
Yeah, let me show it off.
So
But everybody else,
clearly a popular shirt.
yeah, well, Amazon it was probably being advertised in certain people's mentions, you know.
Right. And there it is. Yeah. See, that's nice. With the parrots right on it, it's a good choice.
It is.
That's a good
Like,
choice.
It's a good shirt, except it's vaguely familiar to me.
Mhm. It's quite popular. It's a popular choice.
That's funny.
So I figured I'd wear it today, but this is like the second time that I've worn it.
I like it. I was gonna. Well, I did say when we asked it, oh yeah, you wore your Hawaiian shirt. I didn't. All I could see were the blue palm trees.
Yeah.
And just
could
a shirt
probably
like that
order
would
one.
be great.
You could probably order
Honest
one
to
right
God.
now and have it tomorrow.
What's that?
You could probably order it right now on
Yeah.
Amazon and have it
I
tomorrow.
would like right there at the top that you could see of Mickey right now, the whole shirt to be
The whole
like
shirt.
that.
Hmm.
Then I could, I could walk around at fairs like a big fat party animal and have fun.
Oh, that you could wear to work with just the palm trees. You could get away with that.
Yeah.
Looks too
Now that I
magnified.
might be working here and there
Oh,
at the office. Wow.
Well,
Anyway, yeah.
Schmo
complimented
had
the shirt.
homework for us.
Yeah, I did have homework. So I was.
But
There was something
Yeah, what's up with
else-
that?
recent, yeah. Well, the original homework was
Oh.
Schmo's idea too. But then
First
he came up
song
with
you heard
something.
live.
Really?
The first 4 songs you heard live. I got notes and I don't know what.
No, you made that up. You haven't introduced that yet to the panel. Those
Oh.
are in your
Favorite-
notes.
yeah,
Favorite
that doesn't sound
warm-up?
familiar.
I have fave warm up. What's that mean?
Opening act.
Yeah, opening act.
Oh,
We have to interpret
The
these
hell?
ideas
glad.
back
I don't-
to
I'm
us.
so glad you guys are here.
And we both nailed it. You're like clueless.
Yeah, like,
It was totally clear to both of us.
okay. Well, these are ideas. So we got.
We're
a
out of
favorite.
TP in all bathrooms. What does that mean?
Well, let me tell you, Joe, it's not good for you.
What did I say today? Oh yeah. There was something else that hit me while I was like peeing, and I didn't write it down. It was a couple.
I
days
hope
ago.
not.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this was just because of the Taylor Swift thing. It's dominating the news. Her tour, it's making more money than most countries or something like that. Some stupid stat. And I thought, and then her tour, at least she did do something. She turned it into. It's dumb. It has 10 acts, right? 44 songs she does. I give her props. And then, but 10 acts, that doesn't make sense. Acts, but I think she has 10 albums.
Those
So
like 10
we'll see.
And
costume
then
changes.
she does a
Now-
few songs from each album, kind of thing, and then goes and changes. They change the lighting, and she changes costumes. And
Now, I knew the name of the tour was Eras. Everybody knows that, right? Because it's all over the news and everything. But I didn't know what that meant. I
yes,
thought I
the
didn't know.
different eras.
I didn't know
thinks
that
she
until
has-
just
he's-
today when
he's
you
what,
told us.
32 or something, and she
Yeah.
has 10
Epochs.
eras.
Yeah.
I might as well mention that our Twitter account is going to go dormant, and it's being moved over to Threads.
Okay.
So we already have an Instagram account, so I just made a Threads account out of it. And so if you want to keep up with the few messages that I put up, the very few messages that I put up, they'll be over on Threads because
I gotta do TikTok.
I'm really
man.
sick of Twitter. Twitter is just a
Yeah, he's
Clown.
took something and ruined it.
clown car.
It
Yeah,
has
but
a
he's
lot, so
he's
much equity in
deliberately.
there.
He seems like he's deliberately ruining it because
Yeah,
no
yeah.
CEO is that dense.
But he keeps getting fired as CEO everywhere he goes. I don't know how.
So, but
He's never
I'm
just left.
I'm
they
just
get rid
tired
of
of the whole rigmarole. So, where I'm not deleting the account, so everything will still be there. Like, who cares? But it's but I'm not going to be using it anymore because I'm just like going to delete Twitter off my phone.
Wow. Yeah, I never.
It's
I never
depressing.
used Tw- I never use it.
Flat out depressing to get on Twitter now.
Really? See, I don't even know. I never go on.
Well, do we want to do a homework, or do we really want to plan on it next time?
Well, I can't do the Taylor Swift one because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. Just stay
Well,
with me.
it was pretty complex. But go ahead. I don't think we should do it. Set the
I
stage
had
for
to
next time.
explain what she did because I knew I had to. So she has like 10 acts where she does 3 or 4 whatever songs of each era, which is an album. And she, in her show, the lighting is different. The whole stage is reset, and there's costume change, and it represents each era of her
Lighting is
career.
different, like Mickey's lighting.
Yeah, this is one era.
He's
The
changing
Mexico
to another
era.
era.
It's Mexico era.
And it's
Then
like
is the
then
hard streets
the
of
New
Detroit
Mexico
era.
Yeah.
era.
And then bring the Chicago.
It's not doing it. That's Midwest, I guess.
I don't know.
Have to
That's
slide
It's almost antique.
out. There's New York.
there.
And then it's
The
going to
New York
change when my
era.
big fat face.
So
comes
I
in.
thought, okay, not 10 eras, but let's say we pick 4 eras of Buffett, or we just pick.
Okay, I
a
can do it right
decade.
now because Jimmy does 3 eras. He does
Okay.
the classic era, the
Post-classic.
underground songs, under the radar songs, and songs off the new album. Those are his 3 eras.
Okay, see, this is supposed to spark conversation. So we just had it.
The songs you know by heart, the songs that people like us want to hear,
Yeah.
and the songs they
New
have to
stuff.
promote. No, not the new stuff. And songs he has to promote off the new album.
That's what I
There's
meant.
That's the new stuff.
3 eras.
That's what I meant by new stuff. Okay.
That to me is his
there's
3
the
eras.
homework
So
because
there.
I think you're right. As I was typing the text, I'm thinking, but yeah.
And it's better than 3s anyway. You got to just do
Yes.
3s.
Well, usually we do 4s.
But he doesn't
So we
do
have
That's
them
to
true.
come up with
separately.
a fourth era.
FORE.
We're-
Right.
He doesn't do them
Forecast.
separately. He does those without letting you know which era is which.
Okay, so then if he did each era of the 3, what would be his costume for each one? I guess this is stupid.
Yeah. Keep it in mind for next time.
He'd have a mustache for the first era.
True. Yeah, that's true.
He's gonna
Yeah.
dress up. This is his one-man show.
Yeah.
Buffett through the years.
His own.
Well, think it's some kind of
And he has
fantasy. It
The old
actually
songs he
would
has
be.
to sing with a higher voice.
Uh,
Hey everybody. But we don't drink.
But you're
we
right. This is just a
pour on
conversation.
Yep.
I couldn't figure out how to make it homework anyway. So yeah, Taylor has the kind of the audacity to say she has 10 eras, and she's like 30 something.
Right. These aren't eras. Eras go a little longer than that, dear. Ugh.
There's more change.
That's why it made no sense.
Might
That-
go
that-
sound sexist and patronizing.
well, it was ridiculous. I didn't know what this era. I thought maybe she had an album named called Eras. I didn't know.
I know. I just think it's such a phenomenon because she has such a. I mean, I'm interested because she really has a connection with her audience. I mean, they really,
Mhm.
you know, and the little girls, Jacob. I mean, everybody, and she has some good music that I like the music.
Jacob and
And then-
pigtails.
But yeah, 10 eras. But hey, you know, she's out there. I know her the ticket thing fiasco is another thing. But I mean, she's doing 44 songs.
Whole
Yeah.
songs.
If you like her,
Or
you're
medleys.
getting
Well, how long's the show?
3 hours.
about 44
Four.
songs
Yeah,
long.
4 hours long.
Is it it's a 4 hour long show?
No, it's
No
probably
idea. I'm making it
she
all
usually
up.
has like
I pay
a
no
warm-up.
attention to her. I have no idea.
That's true. What
she
am I
does.
listening to you for?
What is she, a singer or something?
What you asking him for?
No, I know. I'm asking him and I'm listening to his answers. He's answering
It's
me.
coming
He
clear.
doesn't say I don't know. He answers
It's
me.
more and more clear in my mind that I just wish I didn't text anything about it. Oh, hey, wait, I
Whoa.
got to answer. I got a phone call.
Is it Taylor Swift?
Yeah, stop talking about me, you ignoramuses.
I hear you. You're going out live.
This calls for
More yellow.
So
Oh.
what was the original homework? It had something to do with cover versions, but I've forgotten if it was other people doing Buffett or Buffett doing other people, and I haven't bothered to go back to the episode to find out.
I did like
know.
the idea about the opening act.
I had
or-
the favorite opening act, and then I had the first song you heard live. I don't know.
First Buffett song?
Yeah, I guess. Then I put first four question mark because everything's a forecast.
I have no idea what the first songs I heard live are.
Yeah, geez, you'd have to go back.
So that would be
we could
like-
just- I remember the very first song I heard live, first Buffett. I remember that distinctly. It was
Really? Okay.
Okay, well, here you can. I'll give you hints. Yeah, I saw him. So I don't know if it was Somewhere Over China tour or he didn't have an album, so it was actually the second tour after he released the album. And it was at Pine Knob. We saw him with Brett and Hud and me and you. And took a
Oh, from
cooler.
Central?
Yeah, and took a cooler and we sat in the pavilion with a cooler.
Okay.
And the opening act was. This is probably why we were talking about it. We could talk about favorite opening acts also, but that was Bonnie Raitt.
Okay. I
Okay?
do remember that.
And he was playing 2 nights and not coming close to selling out each other. It was a different time, a different era. If Taylor Swift wouldn't mind me using her trademark word, because it completely was, right? It was probably $8 to go, maybe 12 in the pavilion. And he said,
Wow,
they
crap.
said, everybody from the grass, just the lawn, just come onto the pavilion if you want.
I
He
do.
said
I remember that.
Yeah. So the first song was Boat Drinks.
Really?
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
I do not remember. Like,
I just remember, yeah, because it was my first time seeing him. I was very excited because when I wanted to see him, he didn't tour for a whole year. I mean, he skipped a whole year and he did that King Kong trio and everything. So it was like 2-3 years since he'd been in the summer, like at Pine Knob, or I don't even know if he did Pine Knob before. He might
Before
have just done
that-
Meadowbrook.
yeah, he was Meadowbrook the time before, and that was what, 1980, I think.
Yeah, this was like 82. So maybe the King Kong trio was after this show I'm talking about.
Yeah, we were up
Yeah.
at school for that. We were
Yeah,
at Central. We
so-
ran down to
so-
Lansing.
Right. I had seen him once, but I didn't get to see him for the King Kong trio because I had the tennis team stuff going on. And then the next tour, then you didn't miss a summer with him really. So yeah, he came out with boat drinks, and he came out. The band was out there playing, and he just came out from the side playing his guitar. It was really cool. It was his mustache era.
Yeah.
But that lasted a while. That was an epoch because it was longer than an era.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was a bit longer than an era. Yeah.
Of course, I don't
The
even
Jimmy
know.
Buffett Epoch tour.
Although in the overall
assume an epoch is longer
timeline
than
of
an era.
things, right? It's been around for so long now that the mustachioed years are very few in comparison.
Right. I was just gonna
Yeah.
say, has he had no mustache longer than he had a
now.
mustache?
For sure,
I
absolutely,
was just going to look that up. 'Cause
absolutely.
I
But
link
he's
it
had
to
like he's had
Because
like
he
a
lost the
Van Dyke for a
mustache,
while.
like what around
Hot
was
Water.
it Florida
Hot
Days?
Water was the first
Hot
album
Water.
without
Hot
the
Water?
mustache.
Because that's how we discovered it, was the cover, the back
Yeah.
cover, actually, more than the front cover.
That was a cool cover.
That
I like
was
that cover.
1988. So
Okay.
yeah, definitely.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
You know,
It
people
seems
are
like
gonna
so
think we're
long
weird.
he had a
Buffett with a
mustache.
mustache, with a porn stash? That's ridiculous.
But hasn't he lately had like a Van Dyke thing going? Gray.
Yeah,
For a little while.
I
He
don't
didn't
think he's
have that
got
very
that
long.
either.
No, he tried that on for size and he didn't stick with it.
I thought it was a good idea, but it just didn't grow the way I expected it to. It was kind of thin and patchy. I really expected it would come back just as thick and luxuriant as his 70s mustache.
Yep. It's no 70s mustache, that's for sure.
What an era!
That's like the Pirates movie, the Hugh Grant, his luxuriant beard. I have a luxuriant beard.
I was gonna say that's a good word, luxuriant.
But I saw that show at Hill Auditorium. Was that 78 or 79, right? 79, I think.
Wow.
Is that somewhere
Old
over China?
timers? No, that was 84 because I just looked it up.
Yeah.
No, I take it back. It was 83 or something.
No,
Let me go back to the
I saw him
page.
after somewhere over China. I saw him, I think, 82.
I got the year wrong. Somewhere over China was 83.
Okay.
I'm checking the Buffett.
I'm trying to think
News
what
tour.
Well,
the
obviously,
tour
I didn't
was.
see him in 82. You're right. I might have seen him 83 or 84 because you didn't even know Brett until 81, I guess. I don't know. Right? 'Cause
Yeah.
I was out of high school, but I thought it was my first summer out of high school, 82.
But in 80, was 80 at Meadowbrook? I think 80 was in Meadowbrook.
Yeah, I
We've
don't
done
know.
this. We've done this so many times.
I'm sure we
I
have.
don't know.
I'm sure we have.
I have
We
a
act like
feeling
I don't know.
something tells me that my first time seeing him was the first Pine Knob, but maybe it was the second Pine Knob. I'm not sure. But you had Hill Auditorium. You had Meadowbrook. That's where you saw him.
Yep.
My first was 1984.
Yeah,
I believe.
next time I saw him. So 82. It must have been 82, and I had that in my head. And I recently saw the ticket. I put it in a shadow box. I think. It's that
Yeah,
ticket.
we heard lots of details.
Everything goes into Joe's shadow boxes.
And my first bootleg was 87. That's when my memory kicks in, and I can quote songs and comments and song intros.
Well, see, I don't remember like that. You would think I would remember the first song that he played at Hill Auditorium. I don't. I don't have like specific memories of stuff. I just remember just loving the show. It was just like I loved it. I couldn't wait to get there.
Your gummies must have kicked
Yeah, right. Except I went with my mom and dad because I didn't have a license yet, and HUD.
You got to take a friend.
Yes. Yep. And
That was Bonnie Raitt too, wasn't it?
No, that was JD Souther. JD Souther
JD
opened,
Souther.
and that was great. I loved it because he had a good album out at that time. Remember? I can't think of the name of that. It was a big song for
Only
him.
the Lonely.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, Bonnie Raitt opened for him a couple more times, didn't she? Because I
At
remember
Pine
you
Knob.
guys. Yeah, I remember you
Yep.
guys ragging on her.
Just Pine Knob. Just the.
Yeah, because I think
She was-
Bakley went to one of the shows that she opened for. I
Yeah,
remember
maybe
this.
I thought she only opened once. So
I think it was a
maybe
couple
Bakley
times.
was there too.
Well, there was she opened. He did 2 shows because I remember you guys talking
Yeah,
about.
we just
seeing her
went to one
twice.
show. It didn't even occur to us to go to 2 shows.
Until
we had
later.
To work, we had
Yeah, I
part-time jobs
can
to go
see
to.
that. I can
Yeah.
see that because
We couldn't afford no $11
you
a
couldn't
ticket
afford
2
going
days in a row.
2 shows.
It was double digit a ticket. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. And you have to bring in your own stuff. And that was with the tunnel through the hill.
Right. Taking up a huge chunk of real estate.
Go back to talking about that.
But
Yeah.
and everybody was signing. It was cool. I just want to say she opened just that one tour. But after that, he didn't really have openers when I saw him again. Because he played a long show with the intermission, starting basically 84. Do you remember any openers in 84?
87 was, I thought 87 was Greg Fingers Taylor, and the Lady Fingers Review was his
that
opener.
kind of stuff. But I meant we didn't have anybody like J.D. South or Bonnie Raitt who turned into something.
Well, you could say Evangeline were openers, but he was just promoting artists on his label.
That's good openers. I meant someone like we later get John Fogerty and
Yeah, but even then, that was because he was playing a stadium and he needed an extra draw. I wouldn't say bigger draw, but an extra draw.
Yeah,
and they were quite open with that.
The Lionel Richie.
Right?
Yeah.
So those 3.
Yeah, you're right. There was a long stretch where he didn't use opening acts at all.
Or if they were like part of the band.
Yeah, I was going to say Club Trinity, but did Club Trinity ever play on the same stage?
No, they were out in the parking lot.
Yeah,
if you remember.
You'd think that they would be legitimate openers and not just like entertainment for the parking lot.
Yeah,
they were a good band.
For the Palace,
obviously,
Palace shows. He had a Palace. There was no openers.
There was too. Zachary Richard.
Brothers.
Zachary Richard.
And Zachary Richard.
Yeah, that's where we got on to Zachary Richard.
Yeah. That's right.
I forgot about the Neville brothers.
Yeah.
Were they the Palace? I don't think they were.
Yeah, they were at the Palace.
Were they?
At the Palace,
yeah, because
there's more than one Palace show. Come on, man. There's a net
George
flying
Black
around.
No, there
called
wasn't.
them the Neville brothers.
The Neville brothers. Okay.
Because they were playing at the Palace, which is part of the Pistons.
Yeah. I don't think they opened for more than that, though. I think it was just the one time.
Yeah. Okay. But he must have played the Palace a couple times. That would have been
Hot Water because they were part of the Hot Water album, I assume.
And that's
and then later on, Aaron Neville was getting.
It's pronounced Neville, Joe.
Linda Ronstadt and stuff. And I was
Aaron.
And
2 ways.
I was like, I saw him in concert. You know what I mean?
Aaron. Neville.
And then we saw Club Trinity like in the concourse at the Palace.
Yes.
We just stood right there with them. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Was it the Palace or the Pine Up? See, I can't remember.
No, they performed like 3 times.
Okay.
Club Trinity. And
but I do remember standing like right there next to Tina, and Peter was right there. It was really cool.
Nadira sing to me the "Love Is Made of This" song. She was singing it to me.
See,
because I was opposite her. Not that she was seeking me out of the crowd. I was just opposite where she was standing.
No, just go with that.
And I knew a couple lyrics, and so she smiled at me. But we saw them 2 more times, and I have video of both of those. But now I can't remember the years. The first year, the first video, I had a pretty decent medley of stuff that I edited together. The second year, I ran out of battery power, so I only have like 1 or 2 songs. I suppose I should look those up now.
Damn batteries. Remember that? So I remember that I think the Palace like one time, maybe more than once, but that wasn't the first time they had played with them when I saw them at the Palace. So there was Pine Knob.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, but the Zachary Richard show, I remember that he put on a great show. We loved it.
He put on a great show. He put on a great show.
Yeah. And that's kind of, what turned us on to the Zachary Richard thing. So that must have been like 83, right? Because we were into...
Not 83. He didn't play the Palace till like the 90s.
Okay.
Right?
When did we first hear about Zachary Richard then? I swear it was 93. 93. I'm getting my decades. My eras are getting mixed
Your
up.
eras. You're in the wrong era.
I'm in the wrong era entirely.
This is the Palace era.
Yeah, it was 93. Yeah, because then we saw him at that Sully's, the place in Dearborn there. Was it
Yes.
Sully's? Yeah.
I didn't see him yet. Sully's.
We got a bootleg of that too.
Yeah.
I believe,
That was the dark period.
if my
for me.
recorder worked. For the
That's right. We were
record,
right in
my-
your neighborhood. You could have walked there.
I know. And Fingers played there, and we didn't know.
Yeah.
He was just down a couple blocks away.
I did see Fingers at I remember
Memphis
Was it-
Smoke.
Memphis
Royal-
Smoke. Yeah, in Royal
Oh.
Oak.
I saw him at Four Jacks. Is that the name of it? Four Jacks. And I've got a
Is that-
recording of that too.
Is that in Royal Oak?
There's four green fields. That wasn't
I think that's
that
it.
was
There
was
you
Peter
go.
Mayer though. I don't think Fingers was there, was
no,
he?
wait. Was Fingers at what Mick said and whatever the
Four Green
and,
Fields.
and didn't you see Peter Mayer at Memphis Smoke?
No, it was the other way around. Because we sat with Peter Mayer. He came and sat with us.
Yes,
We were
right.
That was
intimidated.
that was
Memphis Smoke.
Captain Tony's. That was Captain Tony's when he sat with us.
Oh,
was it?
Tony's in Royal Oak.
Captain Tony's in Royal Oak.
Okay.
Yep, I've got
Yeah.
pictures.
And
I
this
have
was all the
photos.
dark period. I couldn't do little field trips like that.
For the record, my first Club Trini video was in 1999, and the second one was 2000. Outside of Pine Knob.
That's just 23 years ago.
I
No big
recommend
deal.
my first video. I thought it came out very nicely, although it's in standard def and it looks archaic now, but still is a very good representation of their concerts.
So long ago. Jeez.
I know.
It's
That's-
ridiculous.
Yeah. 25
Ridiculous.
23 years.
Yeah, you're getting old.
So what were we doing about that cover version homework?
I don't have that in my notes, so
No.
so wait, do we really want to assign homework that we actually do and come in with next time? Let's
I
do
think-
that.
I swear we've done the covers thing before.
Yeah.
We've touched on it. However, I do have a cover version that I would like to highlight, and I found it on YouTube, and I thought it was pretty cool. It's "What If Green Day Recorded Margaritaville?"
Cover
goes-
quarter.
It goes a little something like this. Oh shoot! I unshared while we were talking, so I
Oh,
have to
Mick.
go back to it.
That was a perfect setup.
It's just gonna be an edit.
He set
There
it
we
up
go.
so perfectly.
And it goes a little something like this.
Strumming my six string on my front porch swing. Smell of the shrimp they're beginning to boil. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my life, shaking my song. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault.
That may be
Yeah.
my favorite version.
It's
Of
a
Margaritaville
good song
ever.
could be done anyway. A good
I
song.
added that echo at the end. It goes on for the whole song, but I thought it was great. And it's
Yeah.
from an organization, a group. It might just be a solo guy, I'm not sure. And they are called Soap in My Shoe. Where did it go?
Soap in my shoe. So,
Okay, I have to do this over again.
That sounds just like him, though. I mean, it's not
it
really
does.
Green Day.
Dagnabbit.
That sounds like Green Day.
Dagnabbit.
It does. It sounds exactly like Green Day. And they're doing an awesome song that can be done. I would love to hear it done differently than we hear it.
Yeah, I thought it was so cool when I heard it. It's like, this is
No.
great.
Didn't Todd Snyder do like a punk version of
Yeah, he did.
Margaritaville?
He
Okay,
did.
yeah.
I remember that a long time ago.
Yeah. It's like when he first started.
Oh, I got it wrong. I said soap, didn't I? It's sugar in the gas tank.
Soap in my shoes.
There's a.
I never
there's a,
said soap in my shoes.
I
That
think
was-
you said soap in my
I think
shoes.
it said soap in my shoe.
I said shoot.
But at
Because
first I thought he actually said shoes. So here's a tie into Roger. Sugar in the gas tank.
Oh yeah, yeah,
A
okay.
little bit of worlds colliding.
Yeah, yeah,
We always like that here at the coast.
yeah. It's got a little special for us, yeah. Vandalism, you know.
All right, well that's cool. We should do cover corner every week. We go through a song that either someone did at Buffett's or
There's a lot of Buffett stuff that Buffett covered other people.
yeah, but maybe come in with some notes and stuff. I'm going to do this cover corner with 2Ks.
He'll read this next time and say, "Oh, I don't remember what I was talking about."
It looks like I spelled cover with a K. I put one song a week, but that's a lie.
if you find one, you can mention it.
That's what I mean. We just talk about a cover he did. Now just read Wikipedia or something.
I really like that Green Day thing. I gotta find that. That's awesome.
I know.
I have to get the name. I have to get the name again. That's not it.
Sugar in the gas tank.
Yeah, is it the? I keep wanting to say my. No, it's sugar in the gas tank.
I don't think it's on Apple Music.
No, it's YouTube.
Sounds like
It's a
sugar in the
YouTube
gas
video.
Tank, soap in my shoe.
It's a YouTube video.
There's a band. There's an artist.
Where are you looking?
Apple Music.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. That was good, Mick. So besides that, we can assign homework. Like,
Bummer. I really wanted that.
all right, what the hell? We got to do homework next time. Come in with your favorite warm up and a little bit about it. A paragraph about your favorite warm up band. What year it was? None of this guessing the wrong decade. Or
Do your
era.
research, you mean, before?
Yeah.
Do you have to have
That'd
the
be
year, or
tough.
can you just mention the era?
My blue period.
Well, look it up.
That's tough.
And we got to get Patty in here.
Tough to pick one, you mean, or tough to remember it?
Well, I'm only going
Or
to talk
both.
about. I'm only going to talk about the concerts that I have record of. So that's 87 onward. The trouble is, even if you go to Buffett News for your information, they only go back so far. They're very cloudy on the early years. Like, I was just trying to look up the tour, the 84 tour that I think was my first. They only list like 4 or 5 shows, and there are more, but they don't list.
Wow, yeah, we've done this before. We predate. Mike really predates.
Now you might
old.
find some of those on the old Coconut Telegraph newsletters. If you have some of those old ones hanging out, I think they would put the tour schedules on those.
Yeah, but
That's
we didn't
true.
have coconut telegraphs till 84 or so.
I think I could
When I
be
started
Yeah.
going to shows, there was no coconut telegraph.
Exactly. There wasn't a Coconut Telegraph back
Yeah,
when
we
I
can
started.
stop.
And I started
We can
after you
stop
guys.
asking Mike for the years stuff. That's out of here. Yeah, coconut
I could be
telegraph was
I could be a
brand new
decade
thing.
off.
What's that?
Like I said, I could always be a decade off.
We can look
Yeah.
that up too, maybe.
He's at Cedar Point. I guess your age within a decade.
And I would be wrong a lot of the time.
Yeah, you'd be wrong half the time. You're 18. I'm 31. Really?
Wow. You look great.
This sounds like I think you should leave skit.
It does. Except you have to yell. You have to put on your angriest face and yell.
Or get your phone and go. Start play it on your phone.
85.
Play feed eggs.
Was the Coconut Telegraph?
First Coconut Telegraph, I'm guessing, was 1985. There's an
Wow.
auction.
I thought it was earlier than that.
There's an auction for the second issue, and that was from March 1985. So I'm guessing
Ooh, what did it sell for?
don't know. $3.
Never mind.
No, I'm,
Well,
I'm
that would be like
guessing.
that
Ah,
400%
crap!
increase.
I have to sign in. Screw that.
God, I lost all my coconut telegraphs, and I used to save those. So one of my moves or whatever, or a flood. I lost
Well,
that stuff in the flood.
yeah, I tried to save all mine too, but I'm not even
I got
sure.
Mickey's cassettes. I got your bootleg cassettes hanging on the wall in my basement.
Really?
Yeah, they're on in a
Shadow
in a
box?
CD slash cassette holder that looks like a locker, like a mini locker. It's just this big. And I have Michigan CDs in there, and Michigan and Jimmy Buffett cassettes, I think. Or I got your cassettes in this other old antique toolbox, and I put whatever CDs I've kept around and cassettes.
Those are duplicate copies, dear viewer and or listener. They're not the originals because I have them.
Yeah, they're not the master tapes.
Yeah, I have a
And
bunch
I
too.
recently digitized them too, so not that I did any remastering anything. It's just a straight dupe.
And I do have a case down there in one of my boxes with all those all in one place.
Yeah.
And no cassette player. Oh no, I do. I have a cassette player. This thing plays cassettes.
That's that new thing, right?
Yeah.
With the
It plays-
turntable? Does that have
yeah,
a turntable?
It's got a turntable. It plays cassettes and CDs
Mm.
and a radio.
Wow.
Yeah.
At,
All the archaic technology.
Ah,
Special Olympics. There's a guy there that brought these with us. And they're DVDs, but they're archaic of all these pictures and some videos of them playing basketball and stuff for the year. He gives us one every year. He have nowhere to like even insert this thing.
I just went through some of my Buffett albums since the last show, and I was trying to upgrade the quality from 256 kilobits per second to like lossless, FLAC, or in this case, Apple lossless. And I was reminded that I've got two CDs that have enhanced CD stuff on it, like Don't Stop the Carnival has a video, and Beach House on the Moon has a video, and I could not access them. I could only get the audio portion. I could not get the enhanced CD thing.
you don't have the software to play the video.
No,
so
I don't have the
old.
hardware. I don't have the hardware
Oh.
because I don't have a CD drive. I have a Blu-ray player that I've got hooked up to my computer, and that was not seeing the full CD.
Yeah, because it doesn't
Architecture.
have the archaic software that
It was just looking at it as a CD. It wasn't looking at it as a CD with a partition, a video partition, and it was driving me crazy.
it's crazy. That's nuts.
Because
This guy's around. We had our little picnic, and he has a little camcorder thing. He's still using that. It's like it's 1,000 times worse than our phones. The phones the kids, the athletes have themselves. It is better than this little, and he's videoing the picnic down. I'm looking forward to a disc on the picnic, but I can't access. I tried last time I had a drive. I tried before I got this a couple years ago. I mean, nothing comes out. I don't know what software I have to watch his stuff. It's not really a DVD. I don't think I could put it in a DVD player. I don't know what it is.
yeah, you probably just need like a computer with an old drive on it.
Yeah.
A CD-ROM drive.
But
You
the
don't have
last
any-
laptop
anything
I had
like
with the
that, eh?
CD-ROM, that's downstairs. It didn't work, but I don't know. I have better pictures just by clicking a couple times.
So anyway, as we're speaking about LPs, I just happened to have a few in here when I was testing this thing out.
Riddles
This was
in
at
the sand.
my mom's house. Yeah.
Those
So
are
look at
big
that.
CDs.
That's a big CD right there.
That's yes.
Back covers, my God.
Yeah, look at that. And good artwork.
Yeah. All that's lost now.
Damn.
The back when covers cost more than the album.
And then
That-
they
that
even would have
recording. The liner notes.
liner
I
notes
have
with
that
even more
downstairs.
artwork in here. Look at this.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Wow.
Man.
Well, he's got like Savannah.
If only he had a
Oh,
record
yeah.
company
Yeah, look at that.
Piece of
Like-
my heart, right?
Yeah.
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 Real drawings from His daughter. That's
If
cool.
only he had a record company that gave a shit about him.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
That included, all the stuff from the liner notes. That had a little booklet instead of just a cover, and then a list of other CDs to buy.
This was a time,
Remember
man.
But right before Riddles
Compact
of the
disc for
Sand,
the compact price.
here, going down with some more nostalgia. Right before Riddles in the Sand came out, I think, and then he was on like Nashville Now or something like that, like a guest host. Is Nashville Now the right show?
Yeah,
I didn't
Sounds
have
familiar.
cable, and I watched it at Mike's house. And what's her name from Last Mango in Paris? She was on some of the songs. What's her name? Was
Marshall Chapman.
Yeah, Marshall Chapman. So she's a guest on this talk show, and he's talking about Last Mango in Paris. And Mike's telling me the last album was supposed to be named Last Mango in Paris, but they named it Riddles in the Sand. We were so devoid of any information about what's going to come out. And then just one day at Harmony House, there's this album, Last Mango in Paris. I went during that sale they had between my birthday and 4th of July. And I would always spend my birthday money at Harmony House getting albums. And there was Last Mango in Paris.
And the thing, yeah, you would never know it was coming. You
It
you
was
would go
right
to
away.
the store and you'd say, it's been about a year. It's about time, right? Because they used to like put them out like once a year for.
But
a
this
string
was like
of
6
years.
months. We've been through this before.
Yeah.
Riddles of the Sand and Last Mango were like 6 months apart. Plus he had songs you know by heart in there. So in 1 year he had 3 albums. He was the Taylor Swift of that era.
Oh, very bravo. Very good.
Tied it all together.
He did. See what he did there?
My terrible homework idea. And
Don't
and
say
then-
redeemed it.
I know. I didn't.
No, you can't say you redeemed it.
Those were the days. Listening to albums on Columbia record albums, drinking scotch.
There's the podcast title right there. Those were the days.
That we can't remember correctly. Those were the eras.
Yeah, you got to fit eras in there. That's true. We
See,
keep coming
my
back to that.
stupid homework, I admit, is dumb. I'm texting you guys. I'm like, who am I talking to? And yeah, Mike's like, Mickey's like, eras? Or yeah, Mike, what is eras?
I didn't know what it was. I seriously didn't. I knew that was the name of the tour, but I didn't know why. And I'm thinking she's a kid. She's not going to have eras. She can't mean that. It didn't even occur to me. It's ridiculous. Ugh.
All right, well.
That's life on the North Coast. That's life on the North Coast. That's life on